doing a digital audio recording.
Okay.
In the kitchen.
In the heart of the United States, a group of paranormal investigators sets out seeking the truth. Are ghosts real or imagined? Are places really haunted? Or do our minds play into that fear? Push past what you know. Question your reality. Come with us as we pierce the veil between this world and the next. Let your fear be your guide. What you fear, we will find.
Doing a digital.
All right, microphone should be working. Apologies for the slowed down version of our promo, Scott Poole, the American Ghost Project, and the way that it affected my voice. I apologize. I did not know that that it was going to do that. I'll fix it. I already fixed it. Welcome everybody to the stream. I wanted today to take the time. I'm already going over footage from our investigation at the Sallie House. If you're unfamiliar with the Sallie House, that is in Atchison, Kansas. You guys let me know in the chat box if you can hear me okay. I'm also using a new microphone. So that is in Atchison, Kansas. We are already starting to shoot our first official season, and we'll be pitching that to Discovery Plus and Netflix in the upcoming year or so. Sallie House will be a part of that official first season for us, and it was an eventful one. Let me just tell you, it took us a little while to get there. If you were tracking through Facebook, you know that we crashed the ambulance, we swerved and went off the road. But the evidence that I want to go over today is specifically from the Sallie House. And with, you know, the handful of viewers that we have, let's dive right into it, shall we? And again, you guys let me know if you all can hear okay. Finder, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you do it like this, then it's out of the way. So at this point in our investigation, we had already gone down into the basement of this house. Again, Sallie House in Atchison, Kansas, one of the most haunted locations in the United States. We had already gone down into the basement. Logan is setting up for a Estes method, and I am utilizing one of our Panasonic 4K cameras on the staircase. What did he say?
Prison, hometown, prison.
Yeah.
Prison? It's not this.
Are you both down here?
Coming for
Are you coming forward?
7.
Well, there's only 6 of us.
There's only 6 of us.
Unless one of us is pregnant. Impossible. Who's the 7?
David.
See, there's Logan sitting there, and we have Wendy right here. Everybody can see okay. Wendy is right here holding the live rig, and I believe Christy is standing here. This, again, is the basement, and what you're hearing, of course, is the furnace going. We later turned that off, but it was very cold, so we were enjoying that heat.
Talking about David the Scavenge?
It literally said, F you, Scott.
Here's what's ironic is he said David, and the first person that I thought of whenever it said David was David Miscavige. Natasha, I think that you just joined us. Let me know in the Facebook comments if you can hear me okay, because I'm not monitoring it. I usually do, but it takes up too much resources, and I'm on a different computer now. So, excuse me. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Oh, goodness. Did y'all see that? What? Right there. Coming out of the live rig, there's a light anomaly. Neat. Look at that. Bam. Bam. I have to mark that. Marked. I'm gonna go ahead and save it. You guys can't see what I'm doing on the editing side this time around anyway.
You're right back.
That's how I felt about that.
Little
Play
kid's
that
voice
game.
came through. I couldn't make it out.
Yeah, well, illegible. Wasn't important enough. Try harder.
F you.
And it just keeps saying F you to me, which is, you know, going right after the
You
leader.
do nothing.
Apparently you're the one that can't do nothing. Y'all gonna get
We're
me going
laughing
again.
at you.
Y'all gonna get me going
Can't
again.
even
I mean,
shut
are you serious? This is supposed to be the Sally house. Where are you at?
So far in the evening, nothing had really happened
Apparently,
up
the only
until that
thing
point.
steady in here is the furnace.
Yeah, that dude's been kicking some what?
The only thing that's working.
All I heard was the F word. Sally.
Hi, Sally. That's an interesting scent. My finger smells like it feels like smells like it's been in like ash or like that's weird, like smoke.
Weird.
Looking.
And I don't smoke.
Look, you can do whatever.
Who's lucky? Lucky or looking?
Looking. What do you want?
I feel you. Come on. I can feel you inching down the stairs. It's not a mystery. That's why I've got to. I mean, I'm a sensitive. You've got sensitives down here in the basement. We're gonna
Come
feel
up.
you. Come up?
What?
No, you come down. We came here to see you. We're not playing games. What?
Amity?
Big whoop.
Yeah, we've seen those movies.
And it's Amityville. That's the name of the city.
We'll remake it again here in a couple of years.
Come on, peek your.
Warning. Teeth. Switch. Switch.
You say
Okay, thank you.
morning teeth?
Warning.
No. Can you peek your head around the corner?
Doesn't it sound like a kid running?
Oh, I was so ready for that.
No, I haven't heard anything like that. Of course, you know.
That's awesome.
What? Who said something?
I did.
Okay. What are you doing, Haley?
Shoulders.
Getting in position. What?
Listen, it felt like something just scratched the shit out of my leg. Thank you.
Excuse your language.
Pardon my French, but Jesus.
What did you
It did
say?
not feel good.
You said thank
It
you.
felt like something.
Go to the
Go to the what?
loggers.
What?
Waters.
Not important. Keep.
You're dead, so you're equally not as important.
How about that? Period. End of story. We want to pass along your story, though, if you feel like you're important enough.
Hate. Sally.
This house, I just want to let y'all know, this house took every bit of restraint from each and every investigator that was there over the course of the weekend that we were there. Every bit of restraint to not cuss, to not get upset at each other. It was one of the more challenging investigations that we'd ever been on, because it's like the house knew what our weaknesses were, and it honed in on it.
Why do you hate Sally?
I'm coming down.
Come on down. Let's do it. We're having a party in the basement.
It's ironic that I ask that or state that, because something does come down.
It's a perfect opportunity for you to slam the door on us.
Like I've been taken.
Come on.
Away.
Slam the door.
Now, later in the investigation, just so you guys know, this was night one. Later on in the investigation, we did shut the furnace off, but also keep in mind, this was a couple of weeks ago, maybe even 3 weeks ago now, and it was relatively cold in Kansas at the time of this shoot.
Marty doesn't believe you've got any power at all.
If you're playing horsey in public, newsflash.
Newsflash.
We just got an amber hit. Another one.
Been popping up to the middle.
Just a lens flare.
Tell us what you want.
Who's not dead?
We're not dead.
Happy.
Well, that's interesting. That's backwards. That's forwards. Backwards. Forwards. Okay, that's see-through. Whatever that is see-through and going up and to the right. Sorry. That actually looks like it's got texture. I hope you guys can see that okay. That's your classic light anomaly. Wow. Oh, that's neat. Okay, this may be matrixing for me, but I see two eyes, the top of a head, like scarred, like it'd been hit with an axe or something, ironically. Two little noses for a nose, two little holes for a nose, and a really messed up looking mouth. I don't know if I'm wanting to see that. I can't zoom in on it any more than that. I can take a screenshot. Export the frame. Let's just say we'll call this light anomaly face Sally House, first night basement. Okay. And I'm going to save this in, just showing you guys what I'm doing. So there's a Sally House folder on my desktop. And I'll put that in, I thought I had stills folder. I'll make one. Stills. Oops, I didn't spell that right. Come on now. What's going on? Select the folder. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see that. What I was looking at is two eyes. Man, I really don't know if Facebook's going to allow you to, like, the resolution, but I can see it on my end. Kind of freaky looking, just a little bit. And then it just up and to the right and goes off into the shadows. It's gone. Hey, what's going on, Marty? It's an interesting capture right here. I'm not one for, you know, finding images and shapes and the whole pareidolia thing where an image can look like something, especially if your brain, human nature, okay, you see it too. It's just, I don't know. I'd like to believe that if there are such thing as these light anomalies and orbs that we are capturing, that we are seeing, that a remnant, I don't know how you would say that, that there's a small, I mean, how, albeit terrifying look on this person's face, because I can clearly see two eyes, a little bit of a nose there, maybe there, and then a mouth. It's kind of wild looking. It does. And I just hope and pray that with this recognition right now, as we're going through and looking at this footage, that hopefully this spirit has been recognized, that we are seeing you. And if you are, in fact, a restless spirit, that if God wills it, you are released and you're no longer in the Sally House and you can go on to the next plane of existence. I don't see any reason why you should be hanging out down in the basement. But I mean, I had to zoom that in 400% just to see that detail inside that little light anomaly. But I'm glad I caught it, which makes me want to go back to look at the first one. Let's mark that. But I need to mark it here. There we go. Let's go back and look at that first one. There it is. I don't know if we're going to get much definition out of that one. That one comes from Wendy Gray. She's holding the live rig. It literally looks like it shoots out of the live rig. Like, bam. I mean, look at that. Right out of the light. Which is impossible. But, you know, dust doesn't act that way. If you guys can't tell, I'm leaning into my computer monitor to see better. Interesting. I can actually see better on the Streamlabs screen. Oh, I don't really see anything in that. I mean, I kind of do, but I think that it's too blurry to even tell.
Hey. You there? Fed well. line. Logan. Here.
Yep. So we just here.
Kelly.
Did you just see some flashes?
I have been watching the stairs, and I've been seeing odd light anomalies.
Yeah, I keep seeing like some flashes, like low on like the door
Yep.
and maybe in the window area, but the window's tripping me out because I don't know if they're coming through the window. But they're going all sorts of different
One.
directions.
Hi. Good night. Winner. Get your stuff.
Can I say something?
What about our
Shelter.
We don't even.
Sight. Stern. Syson.
making fun of our name, where we're from? You know, obviously you know where we're from.
Scott.
Well, that's where I'm from. That's not where all of us are from.
Syson.
What's that?
Where we're from? You know, obviously you know where we're from.
Scott.
Well, that's where I'm from. That's not where all of us are from.
Syson again.
Sorry.
You. Scared. Send it.
I kept getting drawn back up those
Correct.
You're
stairs.
not going to draw us out of the basement.
Ironically, it does.
The top corner of that window.
In the window?
It was at the top corner of the window, like it was
Look out.
the door and the window, and it was like
Down there.
tall enough that it was to the top of that window.
He's upstairs.
Show yourself, I dare you.
Hi. Second.
That's who you are.
Center.
No more than you.
Center, huh?
May I have a picture?
That's nicely.
Now, it's at this point that I come back to the kitchen. See the REM pod sitting over on the left. And I'm the only one at this point upstairs. See all of our luggage. See some of our static cameras that are set up. That's Logan downstairs. Oh, okay, that light right there is the chandelier on the ceiling. I don't know what you're talking about, Marty. I've always had this hat. I don't know what you're talking about. What hat? That was a strange sound. What is that? That's not that cannot be Logan coming up the stairs. There's no way he makes those noises. I don't even think that's Logan. Okay, let's dive into that audio just a little bit. Yeah, this is one of our new hats that I've got in. And I've already promised Wendy one of these. This is one of our trucker hats with laser engraved leather on the hat. So let's go into Audition. This is the first night, yes. That was you? Okay. Now let's listen to these sounds. I only ordered 2. That's speaking. Right as you're walking up, there's talking. And I don't necessarily know what's being said. That was neat. Yay, yay, come on. I have no idea. We've probably got better evidence, so let's just keep going. Let us keep going. And I go upstairs by myself. I think there is going to be someone trailing me. Now, that's the PMB. The PMB is upstairs. The paranormal music box is upstairs. It is pointing into the guest bedroom when you walk up and go straight. The paranormal music box is a device that's set up to play a super creepy musical tone whenever something steps in front of it, because it is a motion sensor. Oh, I'll order you one. I will order you one, Marty. No problem. And that's them coming up behind me. Tell me to be quiet. Tell me to be quiet. Oh, Christy's right behind me. So that's who's right behind me, is Christy. See, that's the PMB. Let me grab all of that audio and try to get rid of that 60 hertz hum that we're getting I think there's a way we can do that. Clean up some of this audio a little bit so we can hear just a little bit better. Give me just a second. Trying to sync up the audio here. And my keyboard is not wanting to cooperate. Okay. Go. Tell him to stop. There's something moving around up here, dude. I can hear it. Every time that goes off, it's detecting movement wherever it's pointing. Did you not hear that? What was that? Okay, that's me. Oh boy. So there's footsteps. Let's try to dive into this just a little bit. Come on now. Copy. Paste. Dolby Edition. That's me. So you hear the, hold on just a second.
I just need to add 9971 on there.
It's okay. Sounds like something's being messed with right there. Yeah. What? What? What in the world is this? Did you not hear that? Okay, got some audio evidence there. Not sure what to make of it, but I'm gonna label that.
Oh, it's terrifying up here. Yeah.
Yeah, I was genuinely afraid. I pushed on.
Get another camera. Get another camera.
I hear like a man grunt right there. I'm just gonna see if I can isolate it. I don't know what to make of it just yet, but I still hear it, and I want to go ahead and, you know, we've never been to the Sally house, so I don't know exactly what to expect out of the audio from this, and it's a house. It's definitely a man grunting. And you can hear the PMB. You know, the spirit that's there was supposedly a little girl spirit. Yeah. So we will just hang on to that. As evidence. And if we have something that ties that in later, it'll make more sense. Like if we get more grunting or moans or... Hey, Tanya. I always like to slow it down. So that's me. Hey, Rayla. Oh, you think it sounds like a little girl saying, wait. Could be. Good, that's me right here. I'm standing in the doorway because that's right across from me. Although I don't know what that is in the window. What is that? I don't remember that. Is that another camera leaning against? It might be one of our... I don't know what that is. This is what we do, though. This is... You guys are getting an insight on how careful we go through footage. Every single camera, including the static cameras that were there all weekend and recorded by themselves, will be gone over. And whether or not I broadcast that footage or not, maybe just a lot of dead airspace, but, you know, somebody has to go through it, and it's usually me. Yeah, see, at this point, I'm upstairs by myself.
What is that?
Whoa, what? That's not me. Just so you guys know. I don't know what that voice is, but it is not me. That's me whispering right there. Almost sounds like weight. Yeah, it only takes one good piece of evidence. That's right. And then I don't know, and then no more, and then. It has been a long time since I've done a live review. I've been very busy. We're about to, just so you guys know, we're about to move into a studio. So when that happens, we're a couple of weeks away from lining a few things out financially speaking, but we're about to officially move into a studio. So we'll have 3 or 4 editing computers set up. I will have a student come from, I've already spoken to a student that goes to Notre Dame in Cape Girardeau. His family is from Sykeston, and he will be coming and being our production assistant, one of our full-time production assistants this summer, and also be editing and going over footage. But we'll have a place where there'll be a green screen set up so we can do pre and post interviews for our investigators. And we'll be able to do whatever backdrop we want to do, and we'll have it'll be a full production TV / documentary film production studio right here in Sykeston. So that's exciting stuff. But once we get that set up and get going with that, we'll update Facebook and let you all know when that will be, and we'll be able to live stream reviews on the regular. That sounds like weight, but I don't know what's happening before that. I mean, I think it's a voice, but it could be literally anything because it's so guttural. So the first part of this, that part right there, that's what we call a Class C EVP. When it comes to the different classes of electronic voice phenomenon, that would be a Class C, where it just sounds guttural. It sounds like it could literally be anything, like let go. It could be anything. You could throw in whatever you want to throw in there. But the last one is definitely a Class A, where I definitely 100% hear weight. Like it sounds exasperated. It sounds like a male. There's tone quality, there's inflection in tone, there's tonal quality and inflection in tone, and you can also tell you can literally tell the sex, or at least the dominant trait of the spirit that is speaking. So you've got a masculine overtone weight, and that would be a Class A. Class B's would be, I hear one thing and then somebody hears another, and they're completely different. And that happens on occasion where I'll hear something, Mama Joe, because of the age difference between the two of us, she'll hear something different. And then maybe somebody younger will hear something different, because spirit is speaking to us in different tonal qualities within that spectrum that the human ear can hear. And as you get older, you lose some of that range. So I always take all that in consideration when we're investigating and determining what class EVP we are capturing. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Tanya. Now, not all of our equipment is going to be stored there. That would be a huge security risk, because we've got some pretty amazing equipment now. They'll be stored in different locations. So in case there's a fire, or in case there is someone breaks into the building, because it is an older building. It's an historic landmark, actually. I can't give away the location just yet because it's not secured, and it's not on paper yet. We'll talk about it more once that happens. But of course, some of our equipment will be in different locations within, secured locations within Sykeston. Because, like I said, we have some pretty amazing pieces of equipment. As a matter of fact, one of our newest cameras is going to have LiDAR. And if you all are unfamiliar with LiDAR, we'll talk about that real quick. I will just Google it, and there I'll be able to explain exactly what LiDAR is, which is light detection and ranging. So basically, it's a remote sensing method that uses light in the form of a pulsed laser to measure ranges variable to the camera lens itself. And what that LiDAR is going to do for us is it basically will tell us while we're filming if the LiDAR is picking up a human or spiritual entity, so to speak, in the room that we are filming. So for the first time, you'll see it on the American Ghost Project, because I don't know of any other paranormal investigative show, and that includes the big ones: Ghost Hunters, Ghost Adventures, Dead Files. Nothing against them. I don't think that they have this type of camera. And I believe that this is going to be an experiment. And Marty and I are both, the lens will be here on Monday. The camera will be here, or the camera's already here. It's basically you'll see it. It's a gimbal that was built around, or it's a camera that a gimbal was built around it from DJI. And it's going to be exciting to debut that piece of equipment. It just means that we're going to be able to shoot some of our footage in 6K. It's even better. What is that? Thank you, Tanya. Just looking at the windows. Look at the paranormal music box spinning, but no music. Oh, you're probably referring to a different type of SLS. Rayla, the camera that I am speaking about is this one. I don't know of any paranormal investigative team that is using a DJI Ronin 40. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm wrong on occasion, but it is a pretty amazing piece of technology that we are going to be utilizing here very soon. So that'll be coming. Jesus. And by the way, that camera just released about a month ago. I've been watching DJI's website. Old knees. Those were my knees.
Are you under the bed? Are you hiding under the bed? Okay. You don't have to.
What was that? That sounded like a voice.
Are you under the bed? Are you hiding under the bed? Okay. You don't have to. You don't have.
Oh, it sounds like a male voice. I don't know if that's one of our crew.
You don't have to.
Because I think they're all still in the basement at this point. Oh, where Hitler used to live? Oh, man. I have personally been to Dachau. Dachau is in Austria. It is one of the concentration camps that the Nazis used during World War II. Everybody knows of Auschwitz, which was in Poland. Dachau was one of the other concentration camps where they based a lot of other concentration camps off of. And it was just, this is before I was even a paranormal investigator. It's back in 2001. So we're talking 21 years ago. But overarching sense of sadness at that place. And I'd love to go back to see if we could communicate with any spirits that may be still residing there and left over from the war and help them move on. We probably have to get some translators because I don't speak Polish, Austrian, any kind of European language except for a little bit of French.
You don't.
Okay, there's definitely a voice there. I just don't know what he's saying.
You don't. You don't. You don't.
You think it's a little girl?
You don't have.
It very well could be, Rayla.
You don't have. You don't.
There's so many things that are happening. Like there's the.
You don't.
Let's see if I could take that out.
You don't have.
No, see, I can't because it.
You don't have to.
Let's see. Let's put that. Let's do this. Let's put that in our memory banks of what that sound sounds like, and if we come across it again, hopefully, Spirit will let itself known better, and it will be more of a we won't be talking and or the Spirit box playing over the actual EVP. So let's hope that we can capture it, that we can get a better capture. But what this camera can do, the DJI Ronin 4D, we're so excited to debut it. It has it's on a gimbal, so it's floating on its own axis. It's actually a 5-axis or a 4-axis gimbal. And the other thing that it does, since DJI is known for their drones, it utilizes drone technology with cameras that face down, and it can detect where the ground is, and you can actually lock the camera in so it acts as a steady cam rig too. So along with gimbal and but you still have that up and down movement whenever you're walking with the gimbal, it's not perfectly stable. You'll be able to steady cam the shot even better, and it'll just be smooth like cinematic shots. Just expect that some of our produced content, and it's not going to be for our live rig, obviously. If I figure out a way to broadcast with that camera, then that would be pretty amazing, but I seriously doubt it. That would be more for our produced or canned content, like one of our episodes that we're going to pitch to the Discovery Channel. I mean, we're talking a fairly expensive camera in the initial setup, and it's got its own 1 terabyte hard drive that attaches directly to it, which is pretty cool.
Okay, let's do.
Hey, Carl.
Okay, back away from it.
What's going on, buddy? It's been a while.
Can you back away? Oh. You're over in the cubby. Okay, you're in the cubby. I get it, yes.
See, at that point, you don't see it on camera, but I moved the paranormal music box and pointed it directly at the cubby, which is right here, and it started going off like gangbang, like gangbusters.
Are you hiding? 1 for yes, 2 for no. Are you hiding from us?
Look at that. Spinning with no music.
That's too many. Let's just start out with yes and no questions, okay?
I'm trying to...
1 for yes, 2 for no. Do you understand? I don't understand what it's doing.
That sounded like a growl.
I don't understand what it's doing.
Gosh. Let me see if I can clean this audio up, because that is creepy. Hey, okay, tell Brian Green I said hello. Okay, denoise. I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's paranormal or not. It could be the music box. I'm just going to leave it alone for now. Because if I can't say it's definitive, then we're not even going to talk about it. Oh, right on. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Tanya. I hope they like it as well. I debuted a closed private screening of the first chapter, so to speak, the first portion, first 9 or 10 minutes of our episode for the SALLIE House, and it seems like the group really liked it, so I'm going to push forward with that production style, and I should be getting finished with that I'd say within this month, probably the next couple of weeks or so. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards a growl. Just so you guys know, we will be at confirmed. We will be at the if any fans want to come by and meet or say hi, I'm going to try and order some shirts, some stuff that people can purchase to represent the American Ghost Project. But we will be at the Dogwood Azalea Festival in Charleston, and I think that is I would have to look it up, but I think it's the 24th. I could be completely wrong. No, it can't be the 24th. Well, it could be. Weekend of the 24th. When's Easter? Easter is the 16th or the 17th, correct? Because I think the Dogwood Azalea Festival is right after that. And then, just so you guys know, July 1st through 3rd, we are going to Brushy Mountains State Penitentiary. So that'll be fun. Okay.
This is a motion detector, guys.
So we'll be at the Dogwood Azalea Festival. We'll also be in the parade, handing out candy, and we'll be the party of the parade like we were last year, playing music and dancing and being silly. So come out and join us.
Look at this.
We never could figure out what was interacting with the the paranormal music box. We had a little bit of a maybe thinking it was the carpet. But
There you go. That's one. Can you do it 2 times?
Oh my gosh. Gosh.
Oh, you got it too many now. That's one.
Are you playing with it? Is that what's going on? Okay. I don't have my digital voice recorder with me.
thanks, Tanya. Appreciate it. If not, we'll just keep doing what we do. Not worried about it at all.
going to reset it.
All right, I have been broadcasting for right at an hour. I have told myself that I will keep these broadcasts brief, well, at least within the hour time frame. So I'm going to take a little bit of a break. I've actually got to run an errand in town, but I'll try to be back on later if not. But we got a little bit of evidence that we've gotten to review. Nothing substantial yet. I'm looking more. I mean, we got that. But you know, if you just keyed in, go back and watch where we saw that light anomaly down in the basement. So just a quick recap: we saw a light anomaly in the basement, and inside the light anomaly, I was able to zoom in on it 400% and take a snapshot photo of it. I can pull that up really quick and show you all what I'm talking about. That would be in SALLIE HOUSE folder, stills. So there it is right there. This is what I was talking about. So what's amazing is with a still shot, we can get even closer to this crazy looking light anomaly and see, I clearly see an eye here and an eye socket, even with definition in the cheekbones, a little bit of a nose. The nose goes up right here. The eyes look sunken in. This again was a light anomaly that we caught earlier. And a little bit of definition maybe in the mouth and a chin right there. I mean, it's crazy, but this is what I saw. And I took a still shot within Premiere Pro and was able to, we can zoom in on this and we can adjust the colors if we want. And yeah, I'm hoping that you see a face, because I'm not normally, excuse me, one of those folks that would be like, here's this thing, I see something, or I don't. This looks pretty definitive to me, of two clear eyes. There's a forehead there. There's a nose. It's almost the profile or a little bit of the side view, of that face. And again, this image was inside of a light anomaly that we captured in the basement. All I did was take a still shot of it. There's still a video portion where it flies in and up and kind of loops around and goes out of frame. And I happened to be going frame by frame because we were shooting at 30 frames per second, which is nice because that means the camera is basically snapping 30 frames per second. And I was able to zoom in and see this. Yeah, looks like a little girl. That could be Sallie herself, which is crazy. But I appreciate you all being here and being a part of this. It'd be really wild if she had like pigtails coming off each side. Then we'd be like, we're done. It's her. But another interesting piece of paranormal evidence that we have captured live on Facebook. I didn't know about this until I go to stream. That's the chance that I take. I could go on here and stream and not catch anything. So far, it hasn't happened because normally whenever I start going through footage, I'm like, why don't I just share this with everybody else? Because we're coming across so much evidence throughout our journey, throughout our paranormal journey, that I want to share it with everybody that is interested. So that concludes at least this portion of this broadcast for the SALLIE House and the evidence that we have reviewed so far. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. This is Scott Poole reminding you that what you fear, obviously, we will find. Catch you all later.